Maageketla Mohlabe is at the Langlaagte mine there. Very good morning to you. So it seems that it's all happening this morning. 3 miners have surfaced, and there's news that there are others that are still underground alive.
Yeah, well, definitely, Peter. We are told that 6 are still underneath that particular mine there. So the ones that my colleague Cressida Lewis spoke to earlier on also told us that the conditions down there are very, very difficult. There's a lot of smoke, of course, and of course it's very hard down there. So, but they managed on their own to get out, and we understand that. Earlier on this morning, 3 also managed to get out, meaning that brings the number to 6. And in total, adding to those who were rescued yesterday, it brings to 10. That's why they said only 6 is left down there. And this is the kind of rock in my hand here that they say they're actually looking for down there. You'd hardly see this kind of rock on the surface on the road up here, Peter. So they tell us that this rock here, the moment they get it there, they will have to crush it until they find the kind of gold they're looking for. Well, of course, when we spoke to some of them earlier on this morning, they told us that this is the only source of income. This is the only means of income for them. They don't have employment. So, of course, the police, of course, saying that it's very illegal, and therefore those found involved in this kind of illegal activity, they will be arrested. As we were told that 2 of those were arrested already and 2 are in hospital after being rescued yesterday. But just to give me or to give us more information in terms of what's going to happen throughout the day, we have the City of Johannesburg Emergency Services spokesperson, Sinok Makubato. Thanks so much for your time indeed. What's the way forward here? We understand that this operation has been postponed or suspended, but what's the situation now? Where to from here?
Yeah, the operation has been suspended, as you have correctly stated. I've just spoken to the mine rescue team, the one that actually went into the mine. They have just told us that they are having a meeting with the Department of Mineral and Energy at 10 o'clock this morning, and they will strategize from that meeting as to what's going to happen way forward. But he has alluded to the fact that it's not going to be happening that they will be coming here every day just to assess in terms of the level of the carbon monoxide that is inside. Remember last night when we ceased the operation, we did say that they will come and check the level of the carbon monoxide inside the mine. And then if the level is still high, then they are not going to start the operation. But if the level has subsided, then they will start the operation. So they are having a meeting 10 o'clock this morning. And from that meeting, then they will have a strategy as to what will be the way forward.
The conditions that you know from underneath there, from the emergency services, how dangerous are they to inhalation?
For us as an emergency services, it's not our competency to go into the mine. The mine rescue team, they are the ones who actually go down into the mine and then do the rescue, and they'll bring the patient to the surface. Then we'll start treating the patient and transport if there's a need for patient to be transported to the hospital. But from the information that we had from them, the situation down is very difficult. The tunnels are very narrow. And at one point they reach a hole that is 30 centimeters, where you're supposed to pass to be able to go on the other side. That's where they got stuck. They couldn't move to the other side yesterday because the tunnel is very narrow, and they had to crawl for 7 meters to be able to reach on the other side and then rescue where the illegal miners are trapped. And then they couldn't pass there because they need breathing apparatus to be able to go into that area because it's full of toxic smoke. So they couldn't do it. That's where the operation actually stopped last night.
Okay, thanks so much for your time indeed.
Thank you.
Indeed, as you just heard from the City of Johannesburg Emergency Services, operations will be suspended, and we will know after 10 whether or not They will come back later to resume it. But as things stand, we know that later this morning, the Mineral Resources Msebenzi Zwane is going to be coming through. Is going to be visiting this area here to assess the situation. Back to you in studio, Peter.
Maageketla, thank you very much indeed. That's Maageketla, who's standing by in Langlaagte, just south of Johannesburg, and has been taking a look at this story that seems to be developing all the time. 3 more miners to the surface. In the meantime, Waruna Zinde